Hey everyone! Welcome to challenging but essential English words American students learn. These are the real words that advanced American middle school students study, straight from Wordly Wise book. It's one of the vocabulary books many American students use to build stronger reading, writing, and speaking skills. In this lesson, we'll explore how people face challenges, make efforts, and keep going through words that describe perseverance, reaction, and determination. Some of these words might sound a bit advanced at first, but once you learn them, you'll start building the kind of English that helps you not only in daily life, but also in academic and professional settings. So keep listening, keep reviewing, and let's dive right in. First word, abrasion. Have you ever fallen and scraped your knee? That little raw spot where your skin gets rubbed. That's an abrasion. It means your skin or a surface has been scratched or worn down. For example, he tripped on the sidewalk and got a small abrasion on his knee, or the rough sand caused abrasion on the boat's paint. You might also say scratch, scrape, or wear instead, and the opposite idea would be something smooth or unhurt. Let's hear how people really use it.
Ouch! What happened to your arm?
Oh, just a little abrasion. I fell off my bike this morning.
The table looks kind of old.
Yeah, the surface has some abrasions from years of use.
You've been working so much lately. Feeling okay?
A bit tired. My brain feels like it has a few abrasions from all that thinking.
An abrasion means something has been rubbed or scraped. It can be on your skin, on a wall, or even something you feel when life wears you out a little. It's a small mark, but it shows you've been through something real. Second word, clad. Have you ever seen a mountain completely covered with snow? We'd say it's snow-clad. Clad just means covered or dressed in something. For example, the knight was clad in shining armor, or she was clad in a bright red jacket. You can think of it as another way to say dressed or covered. The opposite would be bare or uncovered. Let's hear how people really use it.
Wow, that knight looks amazing.
Yeah, he's clad in shining armor, just like in the movies.
The whole mountain looks white today.
It's clad in snow after last night's storm.
Everyone at the concert was wearing black?
Yep, the crowd was clad in black from head to toe.
Clad simply means covered in or wearing. It's often used in writing or storytelling to make the description sound stronger, like snow-clad peaks or armor-clad soldiers. So, whenever you want to sound a bit more descriptive, you can use clad instead of wearing. Third word, corroborate. Have you ever told a story and someone else backed you up? That person helped corroborate your story. To corroborate means to support or confirm something with proof. For example, the witness corroborated the driver's statement, or research data corroborated the scientist's theory. You can also say confirm, support, or prove, and the opposite would be deny or contradict. Let's hear how people really use it.
Are you sure he was there last night?
Yes, 2 other people corroborated his story.
The teacher didn't believe me at first.
But your friends corroborated what you said, right?
The police need more than just your word.
I know, they're looking for evidence to corroborate my statement.
To corroborate means to make something stronger by giving proof or facts. You'll often hear it in news, research, or legal stories. So if something is corroborated, it means people have checked it, and it's very likely true. Fourth word, cursory. Do you ever check your phone messages really fast and miss something important? That's a cursory check. Cursory means quick and not very careful. For example, he gave the report a cursory look before the meeting. Or after a cursory cleaning, the room still looked messy. You might also use quick, brief, or hurried. The opposite would be careful or thorough. Let's hear how people really use it.
Did you check the essay before turning it in?
Just a cursory check. I hope there aren't too many mistakes.
You read that email fast. Did you understand it all?
Not really. I only gave it a cursory read.
Why did the teacher mark your work wrong?
Maybe she just took a cursory look and missed my explanation.
Cursory means done quickly without enough attention. You can have a cursory look, a cursory read, or a cursory glance. So next time, if someone says your work was cursory, it means slow down and take a closer look. Fifth word, dehydrate. Have you ever felt dizzy on a hot day after forgetting to drink water? That's because your body started to dehydrate. To dehydrate means to lose water or moisture. For example, the athletes dehydrated after hours of running, or the hot sun dehydrated the plants in 2 days. You could say dry out or lose moisture instead. The opposite would be hydrate or refresh. Let's hear how people really use it.
You must be tired. Did you drink enough water?
Probably not. I think I'm a little dehydrated.
Why do we need water breaks during sports?
To make sure we don't dehydrate, especially when it's hot outside.
These fruits taste like candy.
Yeah, they're dehydrated, all the water's gone, so they're sweet and chewy.
Dehydrate means to lose water. People, food, and even nature can dehydrate. So if you ever feel tired or dizzy, remember, maybe your body just needs some water. Sixth word, derive. Do you know where your favorite words come from? Many English words derive from Latin or Greek. To derive means to get or come from something else. For example, we derive energy from food, or this word derives from an old French term. You could also say come from or take from, and the opposite would be something original or independent. Let's hear how people really use it.
Where does the word biology come from?
It derives from Greek. Bio means life and logi means study.
I get so much joy from painting.
Yeah, I derive happiness from music the same way.
Our school rules derive from state law, right?
Exactly. They're based on official education policies.
To derive means to get or come from something else. You can derive energy, derive meaning, or derive joy. So next time you talk about where something starts or what gives it power, you can use derive. Seventh word, electrify. Have you ever watched a concert that gave you goosebumps? That performance electrified the audience. To electrify means to power with electricity or to fill people with excitement. For example, the city plans to electrify its buses, or the speaker's words electrified the crowd. You might also say energize, excite, or thrill. The opposite would be bore or calm down. Let's hear how people really use it.
The singer's performance last night was amazing.
I know. She totally electrified the crowd.
Why are they rebuilding the train lines?
To electrify them. Soon the trains will be faster and cleaner.
The coach's speech before the game really worked.
Yeah, it electrified the team. Everyone was fired up.
Electrify can mean to power with electricity, but it also means to fill someone with excitement or energy. So whether it's a concert, a speech, or a big win, if it makes people feel alive, it electrifies them. Eighth word, endeavor. Have you ever tried really hard to reach a goal, even when it was difficult? That's an endeavor. To endeavor means to try hard to do something important. For example, she endeavored to finish the project on time. Or starting a new business is a big endeavor. You could also use try, strive, or attempt, and the opposite would be give up or quit. Let's hear how people really use it.
Starting your own business sounds tough.
It is, but it's an endeavor I'm proud of.
Are you still learning Spanish?
Yeah. I'm endeavoring to practice a little every day.
He didn't pass the test this time.
True, but he endeavored his best, that's what matters.
To endeavor means to try with real effort. It sounds a bit formal, so people often use it in writing or speeches. But in any form, big or small, every endeavor shows courage and persistence. Ninth word, gingerly. Have you ever walked carefully after hurting your foot? That slow, careful way of moving is called gingerly. If you do something gingerly, you do it very carefully and gently. For example, he walked gingerly across the icy street, or she held the fragile cup gingerly with both hands. You could use carefully, gently, or slowly. The opposite would be roughly or carelessly. Let's hear how people really use it.
Are you okay? You're walking funny.
Yeah, I twisted my ankle, so I'm stepping gingerly.
The baby's sleeping. Be careful with the door.
Don't worry, I'll close it gingerly.
You're touching that phone like it's made of glass.
It's my new one, I'm holding it gingerly for now.
Gingerly means doing something carefully and gently, especially when you're worried about damage or mistakes. If you move, touch, or handle something gingerly, it shows you're being cautious, and maybe a little nervous, too. 10th word, grimace. Have you ever tasted something so sour you made a funny face? That face is a grimace. To grimace means to make a face showing pain or dislike. For example, he grimaced after tasting the sour lemon, or she grimaced when she stubbed her toe. You might also say frown, wince, or make a face, and the opposite would be smile or grin. Let's hear how people really use it.
How's the dentist appointment going?
Ugh, every time the drill starts, I grimace without meaning to.
Did you try that super spicy sauce?
Yeah, grimaced after one bite. Never again.
You don't like the smell of that cheese, huh?
Nope, can't help it, grimace mode on.
A grimace is that ouch face you make when something hurts, or when you really don't like something. It's a small but honest reaction. Your face shows what words can't always say. 11th word, gruesome. Have you ever watched a horror movie that was too much to handle? Those bloody, scary parts are gruesome. If something is gruesome, it's very unpleasant or horrible to see. For example, the news showed a gruesome accident, or the zombie movie had some gruesome scenes. You might also say horrible, disgusting, or terrifying. The opposite would be pleasant or beautiful. Let's hear how people really use it.
Did you watch that zombie movie last night?
Yeah, but I had to close my eyes, it was so gruesome.
The news showed pictures of the crash.
I know, those images were really gruesome.
You actually enjoy scary stories?
Not the gruesome ones, I prefer mystery, not blood.
Gruesome describes something so ugly or violent that it makes you uncomfortable. It's great for talking about scary movies, bad injuries, or awful news stories. If it makes you say, ugh, I can't look, it's probably gruesome. 12th word, inventory. Have you ever cleaned your room and made a list of what you own? That list is your inventory. An inventory is a list of items you have at home, in a store, or anywhere. For example, the store took inventory before the big sale, or I made an inventory of everything in my closet. You could also say list, stock, or supply, and the opposite idea would be empty or shortage. Let's hear how people really use it.
Why is the store closed today?
They're taking inventory, counting everything in stock.
My closet's a mess. I don't even know what clothes I own.
Time to take inventory.
The game shows all your tools and items on one screen.
Oh yeah, that's your inventory.
Inventory means a list of items you own or manage. Businesses do it to stay organized, but you can also take inventory of your time, goals, or skills to see what you already have and what you need next. 13th word, simulate. Have you ever played a game that felt almost real? That's what it means to simulate. To simulate means to copy or imitate something real. For example, a flight simulator lets pilots practice flying safely on the ground. Or the training program simulates real emergencies. You might also say imitate, copy, or recreate. The opposite would be real or authentic. Let's hear how people really use it.
What's that huge machine in the lab?
It's used to simulate earthquakes for safety tests.
Wow, this VR game feels real.
Yeah, it simulates space travel. Pretty cool, right?
The training simulated a fire, so we could practice escaping safely.
That sounds intense, but smart.
To simulate means to act like something real, to practice, learn, or experience safely. You can simulate weather, driving, flying, or even emotions. So when you want to talk about something that feels real but isn't, use simulate. 14th word, succumb. Have you ever tried to stay awake but ended up falling asleep anyway? You succumb to sleep. To succumb means to give in or stop resisting something. For example, she succumbed to temptation and ate the cake, or he succumbed to his illness after a long fight. You could say yield, surrender, or give in, and the opposite would be resist or overcome. Let's hear how people really use it.
I told myself I wouldn't eat junk food.
And
I succumbed to the smell of fries. Couldn't help it. You stayed up all night?
tried to study, but I succumbed to sleep at 3 a.m.
She was really sick last winter.
Yeah, she almost succumbed to pneumonia, but she recovered.
Succumb means to stop fighting something, whether it's sleep, temptation, or even illness. It's a formal word, but very expressive. If you succumb, it means the pressure finally won. 15th word, surmise. Have you ever guessed what someone was thinking just by looking at their face? That's when you surmise. To surmise means to guess or suppose something is true even without full proof. For example, the teacher surmised that the students were tired. Or I surmise it's going to rain soon. Those clouds look dark. You could also say guess, assume, or suppose, and the opposite would be know or prove. Let's hear how people really use it.
Why isn't Sarah here yet?
I surmise she got stuck in traffic again.
The lights are off, and it's so quiet.
We can surmise no one's home.
He didn't say it directly, but I surmise he's not happy with the results.
Yeah, his face said it all.
Surmise is a polite and thoughtful way to say guess. It's often used in writing or formal speech, but you can use it anytime you want to sound calm and careful when you're not certain, but you have a pretty good idea. Great job! You made it all the way to the end of Lesson 2. You've just learned 15 more challenging but essential English words. The same words real American students study to build stronger vocabulary and confidence. Every time you review and use these words in your own sentences, your English will sound clearer, smarter, and more natural. So don't just listen once. Come back, repeat, and practice until these words feel easy. If this lesson helped you learn something new, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next lesson in this series. And if there was a word or example you especially liked, or if you have ideas for future topics, please leave a comment below. Your feedback helps us make better lessons for you and all English learners around the world. Keep going, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next lesson.